Hey guys, here to do a little bit of a review today over a new piece that I just picked up. This is the Zhiyun Smooth-C 3-axis gimbal. Now, I do a lot of video for social media and for YouTube, but most of it I do is for social media. And as far as social media goes, nothing beats the convenience of just shooting and posting right from my iPhone. Now, this is an iPhone 6 Plus, so it's the larger size. This is what I do most of my shooting when I'm out in the field. Now, what I shoot mostly is RC cars, for those of you guys who aren't familiar with the channel. If you are, obviously you've seen the videos of the cars that I shoot while running. Now, I chose the Smooth C because it was an affordable option and had pretty good reviews. I picked this up off of Amazon for $230 shipped using my Prime account, got it in a day or so. As far as the first impression goes of this, the packaging is pretty nice, compact and secure. I've actually been using it as my carrying case for it, putting everything back in the places that it came the first time, just because it's nice and it's not too bulky. Now, as far as the assembly, right out of the box, everything feels nice. It's got a nice sturdy construction with the exception of the phone holder. That's a plastic piece and it's a little small for an iPhone 6 Plus. The Plus size, it really stretches this thing to the max. It does state that it works and it does work with it. Now, I do have to take my iPhone out of the case for it to really fit in there securely. But other than that, everything else feels pretty good on it. Installation of the batteries is simply unscrewing the end and sliding in the 2 lithium-ion batteries that are included. So once I have the batteries installed, now as far as installing the iPhone, pretty straightforward. Putting it in there, stretching the back piece to about where it feels the maximum flexibility of it is, making sure it's all seated in there well, all the way towards the back. Now once the iPhone 6 Plus is in there, it does come with an optional added weight on the back side there to counterbalance the heavier mass of an iPhone 6 Plus. Screws on there on the end just by threading it in by hand. You actually do have to remove it every time because there's not enough room for this to swivel down past that point, so it has to be removed every time when you go to store it. It feels like it's made out of brass, actually. So once you have the iPhone installed, you can move the iPhone in and out a little bit to get a perfect balance. I actually haven't noticed that it needs too much tuning as far as mine right out of the box. Now, I've been using this unit for a little over 2 weeks now and had pretty good luck with it. Now, some of the things that I found is the on button is an easy one push, then you'll get the flashing blue light. At that point, I found that holding the iPhone in roughly the position that I believe that the horizon it will find is, and then pressing and holding the joystick for a little over a second will make this thing come alive. Now with this thing alive here, there's 3 modes. The first is it will keep the bearing that you turned it and set it at. Now that is pretty handy. You can also adjust that bearing with the joystick itself, but you can rotate the handle, whatever you want to do, and it will stay focused in that direction. Or like I said, you can use the joystick and turn the camera. The turning in this mode is pretty quick, works pretty well. Now by pressing and holding that joystick one more time, it'll turn to this, whatever the next mode happens to be, and that is the follow mode. So as you turn, it will slow that panning mode and smooth it out so that's a nice constant pan, something that is usually a little bit more difficult to do by hand. Now the one thing that I found with this is, as far as right out of the box with the settings that it is, I found that the pan is a little bit slow for some of the action that I've been having to shoot. Now, I'm shooting small cars that are moving pretty quickly. So in most cases, that's probably not going to be an issue for most people. But if you're doing RC cars and trying to do any close-up action, you may find that to be a little bit slow. So I've just had to get used to predicting it and starting the pan earlier so that it catches up as it's coming past me. With that, I've had some pretty good luck though. And in both of these modes, it keeps the horizon. You can also adjust the horizon with the joystick by hand. Now the third mode that it has is it follows the pan and it follows the tilt. However, I have not actually got this to follow the tilt mode right out of the box. No matter how many modes I turn this to, it does not want to follow the tilt. So at this point, that's the only thing that I've noticed with this not working exactly as it should. I probably need to plug this into my Mac, maybe do a software update on it and see if that fixes it. However, it hasn't been a priority of mine because that really isn't a mode that I find myself wanting all that often. I actually do like the pan follow and then using the joystick to manually adjust that tilt. So other than that one little hiccup with the tilt follow, I haven't found this thing to have any issues, and it's doing everything that I want right now. So I'm pretty happy with this. I haven't had to do any tuning on it whatsoever, and it's working really well. As I mentioned, I've been using this for a couple of weeks, so I'll throw some of the clips of the videos that I've shot with it up just to show you how smooth everything is. I'll try and do some comparison views with some clips that I took prior to it with just simply hand holding my iPhone. So at this point, the only thing that I don't absolutely love about this 3-axis gimbal is the holder itself. One thing that I think could be improved upon with a sturdier setup, or one that at least had a little bit more flexibility for the larger phones. I should also mention that the Smooth CR is their new version of this gimbal, and that may already have taken care of this. I picked up this one because it was a more affordable option and something that I thought was going to work well for what I was looking for. So at this point, I've been extremely happy with this. It's smoothing out video, and even though these are just social media clips, it's already making a big difference. I'm really happy with it, and I can't wait to use it more. I'll wrap this video up with some clips that I shot using this 3-axis gimbal. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, that's are not fun.
Definitely got some work into it today, that's for sure. I'm liking the way it's coming out. It's almost a jump coming on.